Alrighty, what do we got today? Base and hinterlands. So draw, we got Witch, Stables, Margrave, Smithy, all of those except for Stables are terminal. Villages, there's Festival, Trail potentially if you can find a way to activate it. So for example, Oasis can discard Trail, and if you're playing Trail without having to spend an action to play it, then it actually is net +1 action. So you play an Oasis, you discard Trail, you play the Trail from the discard, and then that interaction has essentially netted you a village effect. Weaver could gain trails and play them off of the gain, which is not itself a village, but it kind of effectively makes the Weaver non-terminal. Would have been an easy way to get them. So potentially something there. Trashing. Ooh. There's no way to thin your deck here at all. Mine can turn your treasures into bigger treasures, but it can't get them out of the way. And notably, there's no curse trashing, which leaves me with some concerns about where this kingdom is headed. Plus by there's Margrave and Festival. Yeah, I think the big problem is that Witch exists and curse trashing does not. So probably step 1 is play Witch a bunch and then curse is empty. And then maybe the game is over at that point. If you win the curse split decisively, maybe it piles soon after. I can imagine, like if you go Witch, empty curses, add some Weavers, trails could pile easily. And then with 2 piles empty, maybe it just turns into a mad dash for estates or duchies. I could see that. Maybe if nobody goes for trails and there's not an immediate second pile, there'd be time to build something of value and get to provinces. Anyways, I think more important than that, step 1, get a Witch. How do I open so as to maximize the chance of that? I'm thinking for sure a silver, and then I could see this being double silver, Smithy silver, or Oasis silver even. Silver seems simple. It's a card that pairs fine with Witch if I'm just playing Witches and Treasures for a while. Oasis is a card that would be good if I plan to take Weaver and or Trails at a later point. Smithy has the potential to be useless later, but has the highest high roll of those. If you find Smithy turn 3, you're almost certainly hitting 5, and you're triggering a shuffle, so you get the Witch back in your deck early. So turn 3 Smithy sounds great. I think I don't like the Smithy so much just because I don't think I'm adding a village all that soon. Because the main village costs 5 and is competing with this other stuff. I think I'm leaning towards either silver or Oasis silver. I'll go with the Oasis. It's not a stop card. It cycles you through your deck, so if I find the Witch, I'm finding it more often. Or if I hit Witch, I'm finding the Witch more often. And then potentially has value later on if I go for Weavers, which I think will be useful here. Now what do I buy? Oh, the Hardbot had the 2/5. I'm in danger. I better hit 5 next turn. Odds are pretty high. Actually, are they that high? Odds are reasonably high. Like if I bottom deck Oasis Copper, for example, or I bottom deck Silver and Copper, there's definitely scenarios where I miss 5. What did I buy here? Second Silver. I think I'm going to keep it. God dang it. Alright, well, can't win them all. I think this game is already borderline lost. The Witch split, or the curse split, I guess, is the better way to phrase that, seems super important here with no thinning. Your non-terminal draw with Stables does not do good in a junkie deck because you end up pitching all your treasures and drawing a handful of curses and estates. And not hitting Witch until turn 5 at the earliest versus a 5-2 opening leaves me with some concerns. That's also not 5. Yeah, things are just a tad dire. I already have 3 curses. So bad. This is so bad. I think I'm going to not play this Oasis so I can buy a witch and shuffle it in. Oh look, I get a village effect. I didn't mention it, but Oasis discarding Weaver. Weaver has the same discard trigger as Trail. So you can do Oasis, discard Weaver, gain a Trail, play the Trail, play the Witch. All of this may be a moot point if I don't draw that second Witch. But look at that, I got a village effect. Wow. Alright, comeback time is in the works. Where do I go from here? The bot already is a province. Um, do I believe the answer is just provincing? There's no way. There are 2 curses left, and I'd love to give them out. So something that cycles my deck. Margrave, if I think I can play it. I do have 2 trails and 2 aces. I have a bunch of trails, 3 trails and 2 oases in the deck. So the oases are very likely to be village. Stables goes less awry if I don't line it up with an oasis and a trail. It doesn't have plus buy. I'm going to take the Margrave, see if that does anything. Four, it's not much of anything. Take on the Weaver. 4, still not much of anything. Merchant. I'm at -3, which means I think I only got 6 of the curses, right? 3 estates minus 6 curses. Could be worse. It was definitely shaping up to be like a 7-3 split for a while there. That's the bottom 5 cards of my deck. Where are all my draw cards? Are they... Well, so the Margrave and the Witch missed the shuffle and collided with each other and drew most of my other actions dead. This has not been my game. This has not been my game at all. I'm hitting 2. That deck is not exactly functional. I gotta be careful. I'd love to have Ultim Trails in my deck, but if I lower the trails, I lose on piles. So probably I don't take all of them unless I absolutely need them. I'd like to draw here. I just don't think it's worth it. Bot's already going for duchies. Or province. The bot's just going for whatever it wants. 4 is still a small number. One day we're gonna get somewhere. Oasis, please. Oh, that works too. All right. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I have to take that penultimate trail, but I can just gain one here. Ooh, is this worth triggering? I had another shuffle where all of my nice things are on the bottom. That is 20, functionally 25 cards that I'm drawing into, and I'm pretty sure it's just a steaming pile of garbage. This is a lot of draw to pass up. I think I gotta do it. How far into the shuffle can I get? I don't know how many actions are down there. I don't think the odds of me drawing two things dead were all that high. Festival Smithy. We're not getting this together with nearly enough time. It's not like the bot's got 4 provinces and I can just come back on duchies. The bot has 4 provinces and a bunch of duchies and fewer curses and probably still a better deck. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't notice that I had 5 money there. I forgot about the merchant. The bot might be at half VP already. If I got 18 points plus 15 points, it's 33. I'm at 30 points. Yeah, this is just a loss, right? If I got all of these, it'd be exactly 38, which is a losing tie. Because either like imagine the bot just passed the next 15 turns. Let me buy all of these. If I buy all of them, I lose. And if I don't buy like the last estate, the bot could just like pile up something else, pile up coppers. In 45 turns, I don't lose. So I believe it is literally impossible for me to win from this position. We shall throw in the towel. Let's try that again. Alright, silver. Please no 5-2. Okay, there we go. So the bot chose the Smithy line. Looks like it's likely to work out fairly well. The ideal draw, I think, involves Smithy in the turn 3 hand. But they managed to hit Witch anyway without that. And then if they play their Smithy turn 4, they will still trigger Shuffle the Witch on top, just with the downside of you run some risk of drawing your Witch dead turn 4. But very likely I'm going to be hit with a Witch turn 5. Anyways, Witch for me. Witch number 2. Okay, they must have drawn it dead off of their Smithy. Alright, the log doesn't work. But like, turn 4 they play a Smithy, they trigger a Shuffle. It's a short Shuffle that doesn't have the 5 cards from turn 4 in it. So they're guaranteed to have a Witch here unless their Smithy drew it off the top. Which is like, what, a 1 in 6-ish chance? Something like that. And they hit the unfortunate luck this time. Festival, you're supposed to be in the hand with the Witch. Maybe that should have just been a Stables. Probably can't complain. I think the bot has had the worst time of it. Oh my lord. Thank goodness there's a trail here. Stable is a little bit misleading because it is in fact among the most unstable of the lab variants. Got 2 oases, which are... I do have 2 oases, right? Maybe I just have 1. I think I have 2. Yeah, I have 2. 2 oases in a festival, I think, is enough villages to justify adding a Margrave now. Is mine crazy? That might be a little ambitious. Mine's a fun card. Really captures the essence of Dominion. Just making your things progressively a little bit better over time. Does not make it a strong card. It is terminal space, which is hard to come by. There's no way mine is worth it. I can add, like, I would think of turning a copper into a silver as like adding 1 more money to your deck without adding any stop cards. But like putting a merchant in your deck is like adding 1 more money to your deck without adding any stop cards. I'm not playing with a merchant gainer. I don't think is a $5 card. I want mine to be the correct answer. I just don't think it is. This is tough. I got a merchant in play. The silver is already worth functionally 3. So if I play the Oasis, I have a chance to draw into a copper and discard that off of Stables. Keep the silver around. If I play the Stables first, I have a better chance of lining up a Trail or a Weaver to discard with the Oasis for a village effect. I I think I care more about maximizing my chance of drawing rather than maximizing my payload. Because at the moment, priority number one is still just play witch as often as possible. Got another Oasis and Margrave. Alrighty. Not sure what the curse split is. Looks like I won it 7-3 because the bot's at -4, which suggests they have 7 curses. So let's see if I can manage not to throw this game. I would not rule out the scenario where I get distracted building and the bot just starts lowering duchies and then I notice too late. That could easily happen here. No village for me. Oasis? Festival? Nope. Hello, stables. You would have been helpful shortly earlier. I thought I had villages in this deck. Maybe I just imagined that. And the festivals and the oases were not real cards. I think that's like 3-4 hands in a row where I had all the terminal draw and none of the villages. There's a village. There's a village. This is what was supposed to happen. Alright, now we're getting places. Ooh. Let's just not trigger this shuffle. Not quite as desperate as I was last game. I mean, I'm passing up on a lot of draw. There's just so much garbage down there. 4 coppers, 2 estates, 2 curses. It's 8 stop cards to draw through, right? What else is down there? There's a second silver down there. At least 9 stop cards. There's like a merchant or 2. There's a Margrave down there. I mean, there's a Margrave down there. I don't want to trigger that shuffle. I think I'm almost starting to done next turn. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll draw 5 of those cards. I don't want to do it. Okay, yeah, festival is low. Merchant is low. I should be careful. Let's just take a stable son of province. Come on, merchant. You can do this. Copper, silver, any treasure, really. The suspense is killing me. Okay, fine. We don't need the silver. I've gone pretty far in my deck. Did not see treasures, so thank God. That was a very stressful turn. The amount of money I end up with here will hinge very strongly whether I can find the second silver. That's only 5 cards. That's probably fine. I'll leave 2 cards on top. Is this a win? No, lowest is 6 gains and I only have 5. Let's take some trails to clear that junk off. And maybe one more trail, an oasis, and a smithy. See how that does. Where are those trails at? Trail? I just bought a bunch of you. Alright, duchy. As with the first game, just in the opposite direction, I think playing out the rest of this is mostly a formality. this game has been over since I won the curve split 7-3. I'm not gonna say I played the following decisions optimally, but I don't think the finer details mattered at this point. And that should be the game. I could do festival, I could do merchant, I could do merchant trail, merchant festival. Any two of these three I think works, right? Yeah, the most expensive I think is merchant trail. I'm a big spender. Oh, I think I could have even afforded Festival Oasis or Festival Smithy, right? Because I had 17 money. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total possible pileups, I think. Spoiled for choice. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Witch Kingdoms without trashing. Witch is flirted with my ban list for precisely this reason. Uh, you hit 5 early, you find your Witch early, you don't bottom deck it, you win the game. Uh, you do miss 5, you do bottom deck Witch, or you don't hit the 5 too, then you're in a dicey situation. Not much more to say about this one.